My name's Peshek, and I'm the miller here. You've already met my niece, Teresa. She took care of you for 2 whole weeks while you were in limbo. If you prove to me you're a clever lad, I might trust you with something you could really make money from. What do you say? While you were lying here, you worked up quite a bill with the bloodletter, who came now and again to keep you alive with his potions. And talking of you being at death's door, that quack doesn't come cheap. I paid him what I could, but you still owe him. You won't pay for that shoveling manure. I might have a better job for you, and it's not something any fool can do. Your debt's paid, but if you're still interested, I'll tell you about it. Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work. Oh, don't worry. It's just a job like any other, only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you? I'd say you're a fucking ungrateful pup. But if you think you got money to throw around, so be it. You'll pay me the costs and for a whole fortnight of my valuable time. A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it. Money first, morals later. That fellow is dead. He won't miss it. Whatever bleeding heart came up with the idea that it's disrespectful to disturb a corpse never read the Bible. Oh, and watch out for the executioner and his hounds. They're pretty savage. And I don't just mean the dogs. You can just throw them some meat. The dogs, that is. But the executioner? Well, don't vex him. It's still a human body, only it's missing a soul. Why be disgusted by something created by God? Listen, it's about this ring my mate Wojciech, the Kohelnitz miller, had his eye on. Trouble is, they buried the ring by the gibbet along with the villain they hung while he was wearing it. Suit yourself. Drop by if you change your mind. Suit yourself. Otherwise, I'll make your life hell. Believe me. Have you got the ring? Then stop wasting time and get on with it. Watch your mouth, boy. There's a shovel here around the mill somewhere. If there's any problem, come and see me. And here's something on the side to make you dig better. Clever lad. Only I wouldn't recommend talking to him about it. He's a bit touchy on the subject of robbing the dead. It'd be better to pinch it from his house. Easy, Hal. Hold your horses. If the ring wasn't on the corpse, the executioner must have taken it before he buried the body. That's what I wanted to hear. He should have it hidden in a trunk somewhere in the house. Can you pick a lock? Robbing a thief who steals from corpses isn't a sin. Well, you know where to find me if you change your mind. It should be in a trunk somewhere in the house. And look here, Henry. Do you know how to get past a lock? No, you don't. I mean the delicate, gentle art of opening it quietly and with sensitivity, like popping a young maiden's cherry. Good. Nice to know you're the sort of lad I can trust with a job like that. Now run with the ring to Wojciech, the miller in Kohelnitz. He'll have some work for you, and I'll have something for you soon too. A clever fellow like you will never want for work. At the very least, I'll buy risky goods from you. I mean the kind that used to belong to someone else and you can't sell to just anyone. All right, I'm glad to hear you're not as clumsy as you look. Here's a lockpick for the job. Fucking hell. How did I get landed with a cretin like you? I'll have to teach you then. Come with me. Come to your senses, eh? Great. Then go to hell. And don't forget, time's running out. An honest man pays his debts. And I was afraid you had a chamber pot for a head. Hand it over. That job's still going, if you're interested. There's one right outside, leaning against the cart. Then come back when you have. Debts must be paid, or you can still wipe the slate by doing that little job for me. Fine. A debt should be paid, but if you're interested in work, I still need that job done. I should have left you to rot in the ditch, you fucking ingrate. Get out of my sight, and remember, you still owe me. Debts should be paid, and I never forget. I see our invalid is finally better. I hope you're ready for an honest day's work, This isn't an infirmary, and I can't give a bed to every vagrant who's taken a beating. Thank the girl that you're still alive. Listen here, lad. I need to speak to you. Sir Hanush? He treats his people well, but he's tough as an old oak. The way things are these days, I wouldn't wonder if he and his men started kicking some asses. Ah, that worthless dandy. Sir Hanush has to knock some sense into him, or I dread to think what will become of this place when he takes over. He's a grumpy bastard, but fair, I'd say. God sent them to punish us for our sins. They don't work, they just idle around begging. And you want to keep a close eye on your belongings when they're around. I'll be glad to see the back of them. I don't give a damn who's king, but that usurper from Hungary has gone too far. I don't concern myself with the doings of my betters, but this mess isn't good for business. Them two brothers should sort things out between themselves without dragging us into it. The heathen scum that Sigismund brought here. Why do you even ask? You've seen with your own two eyes what they're capable of. Pull your head out of your arse, Henry, and take a good look around you. Wars come and go, but nothing really changes. It's the poor that do the dying, and the nobles who reap the rewards. We have to survive somehow, so why concern ourselves with morals? Evil times, the harvest failed, and there was no grain to mill, and a child to feed on top of it all. I had no choice. And meanwhile, the lords in the castle and the monks in the monastery stuffed their craws to bursting. Where's the justice in that? There's a couple of other fellows around here in my trade. Wojciech in Kohelnitz and Simon in Sassa. A money changer, a cheat, and a sleazy bastard who fills his pockets at the expense of others. Whatever the reason, Miller Wojciech said he was going to teach Wolfram a lesson, but it looks more like the other way round. It's a confusing business, and Christ knows how it'll all end up. There's nothing much to tell. I was born at the mill, I live here, and I'll surely die here. But before I do, I've plenty of work to do, and I hope I live to see peace in this land again. He's young and hot-blooded, with a short temper. But he's a fine fellow when you get to know him. His heart's in the right place, and he's always willing to lend a helping hand. Unfortunately, he got himself into a feud with that usurer, the merchant Wolfram Pruder. A slimy bastard he is, and now they're sworn enemies. An odd one he is, a loner who don't talk much, but he's as dogged as a hunting hound once he gets his teeth into anything. He won't let go until he sees it through, even if he has to walk over dead bodies. Then that someone was making a fool of you. I never sent anyone, and I don't give short measure. What flower? You already got it all. The thing is, one of the rich townsmen left his ring behind the last time he went to the baths for some wenching. Too drunk to see it, no doubt, and now he wants it back, and the baths deny all knowledge. Why not? Because he doesn't want anyone to know about his bathhouse visits, and the girls in the baths are wary of selling the ring in case the bailiff does start looking for it after all. And who else to set the task to than you? The ringleader, so to speak. Of course I would. And, surprise, surprise, it's another ring. Properly done this time. Proper hard work. So we'll make life easier for them. What do you say? Excellent. They'll be hopping mad at the baths once they find out. Here's your reward, and don't turn it all into drink. Don't worry. You won't be left short. The ring's hidden in the chest in the bathhouse madam's chambers. Come right back with it once you have it. And when are you entering the convent? Well, if you change your mind, the ring is in the madam's treasure chest. And when you change your mind, bring it here. For you, always. A friend of mine asked me to help him get back some disputed land from his neighbor. A likely turn of events. No, I'm pleased to say this is good old-fashioned stealing. There's a deed of sale for that land, not quite in his favor, so it would be a fine thing if it went missing. Ha-ha! Good work! And I have a few groschen for you in exchange. I want you to steal the land deeds from the rat-eyed bailiff. That I don't doubt. And you needn't doubt your reward. From the bailiff himself. Ha! You should see the face you're pulling. I never said it would be easy. The deed is supposed to be at the rat house somewhere, on the table, among the other parchments. You'll need to sneak in and then find it. As you prefer. If you change your mind, the deed is at the rat house in the bailiff's chambers, among some other parchments. I can help you there, But once you find out what I have in mind, you may want to reconsider. Ha! Never let it be said I'd waste my time on such trifles. But I do have a buyer ready, and as you can imagine, a book like that, decorated with pure gold, will cost him dear. You know what? You're not that far off the mark. Sir Hanush has in his possession a certain beautifully illuminated volume. Not that he knows how to read, mind. He got it as a gift from someone. But it's not much use to him. I can think of a better use for it. Great work! Here's your well-earned reward. I got a down payment, and the buyer will be gnawing his nails by now. I'm glad I won't let him down. Do you listen to me at all? I want you to sneak into Sir Hanush's chambers and steal his illuminated book. Have I ever let you down? Fear not, Hal. This time you'll be getting more than usual. Because of the extra risk, stealing from your own liege lord. If they catch you, we've never met, understood? Just as I feared. Never mind, Henry. I'll find someone else. But if you do come round, that book is in his private chambers. You'll find the book right there in Hanush's chambers at the castle. It won't be easy to get in, but I'm confident you'll figure it out. Best of luck. I gave you a chance to work off your debt. Don't think you can wriggle out of it. I want my groschen back, and quick. I was beginning to worry you really were an ungrateful bastard. You know what you have to do? Get me the ring from that dead man on Gallows Hill. You're an ungrateful pup, aren't you? Well, suit yourself. If you ever need anything, you know where not to go. Farewell. Hey, youngster! Come here! A word with you, young fellow. Aye, why not? You're handy enough. No doubt you'll master it. Come behind the mill where we won't be seen. Try stealing my dagger. It's there, mixed up with other things. I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you, and take something from my purse. First, you have to rummage in the purse. The longer you do it, the better chance you have of finding something valuable, but also of getting caught in the act. Once you've found something you want, you've got to pull it out, carefully, but fast enough so I don't notice. Caught you! If this was for real, I'd be yelling for a guard. Try it again. Best practice on drunks and sleeping folk, so you don't end up in jail before you even get started. That's the way. I hardly noticed you were there. I think you're ready to try it out for real. You're welcome. But I'll be having that dagger back now. As you wish. All right. Come behind the mill, away from prying eyes. All right. But if you keep me waiting again, damn fool, I'm not going to wait for him forever. Of course you are. Let's keep it simple. You can bet on yourself to win the whole tournament. That's a fair wager, ain't it? What do you say? If you lose, you forfeit your wager. But if you win, you'll get double back from me, on top of the prize money from Sir Hanush. If you reckon you're up to it. Not everyone's got what it takes. I'm glad to hear it. A nice little wager. Well, break a leg. Literally, I hope. Bet's off then. Pity, though. But there'll be another one in a week or so you can try your luck again. Do you think I was born yesterday, sonny? There ain't much happens I don't hear about, and you never won no tourney. All right, here's your winnings, damn it. There'll be another tourney in a week or so. Are you going to give me a chance to win my groschen back? Hey, lad, don't you want a little wager on the Rattay tourney? That's the last time I'll take any bets on that damn tourney. If this goes on, you'll make a pauper of me.